the Extreme channel, we're going to do something I've never done before. That is a review while I sit on the flow. Now you may be looking at these two massive gray veiny statues back here. There's a joke in there somewhere. And you're probably thinking, are those the same thing? Well, they're both Doomsday. And this one is holding Batman's head. And this one is Batman. So they're kind of the same, right? Hey, my name is Mr. X. Welcome to the Extreme channel. We are giving away $1,000 statues to you guys. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Hey, welcome to the Extreme channel. My name is Mr. X, doing a video on statues from somewhere I've never done before. That is from my little nook here in the corner. That is my 1/3 scale DC Comics collection. Now, 90% of the statues in this corner are from Prime One Studio, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Prime One Studio made two different Doomsday-like statues. The one on my right, your left, L for love. Is an older piece that they made years ago. You can actually check out this video right here. And it's of Doomsday. Yes, the Doomsday from DC Comics that killed Superman. The other one on your right, my left, is Devastator. So this is actually a version of Doomsday from another universe, the multiverse, in the Dark Knight Metal comics where Batman merged with Doomsday. And I recently did a review, a standalone video on this statue right here. Now you can go back and check out those videos, but a lot of people have wanted to see not only what these look like next to each other, but compare and contrast them. Because the original Doomsday statue right here is one of the most highly sought after Prime One Studio statues. In fact, I've been having buyers offer me double retail and I just simply will not sell him. So today, not only do you get a chance to look at them together with my head near their crotches, some of your fantasies, right? But we're going to compare and contrast them in an Extreme Rumble. Yes, an Xtrumble. That's where we look at two statues that are similar and we see which one is better in a number of different categories. Then at the end, we pick a winner. So before we start, I do want to apologize about the lighting and sound. As I said, this is not the area I normally film in, so it's going to be a little bit off. And if you don't like it, you can go have sex with your mom. But in the meantime, for all of you that aren't going to do that, which one do you think I'm going to pick? Or which one do you like better? Throw that down in the comments below because every comment gives you an opportunity to win a statue. As we try to grow this channel, we like to reward you guys for watching and subscribing. So because of that, every 5,000 milestone when it comes to subscribers, we give away a couple $1,000s worth of statues. We've actually given away over 20 statues. To win one was easy. First, you got to be subscribed to the channel. You'll get bell notifications when videos drop. Each video that drops, you want to make a comment on those videos. We pick a random video, we give away statues based on a comment. You can say whatever you want. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. All right, so before we get started, let's talk about the obvious. They're from very different storylines. It's far and few between the people who do not know who Doomsday is, especially since he was featured in the DC universe. Yes, the Batman vs. Superman movie, that's who they fought in the end that temporarily killed Superman. In fact, right up there, I actually have an awesome autograph from that movie where Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, and Gal Gadot signed. But this is the comic-based version. It's not based off the movie, although you're going to see a lot of similarities. The Devastator piece is directly from the comics. I actually have a matching slab right below my ass right now. And again, it's from a multiverse where in that universe, Bruce Wayne merged with Doomsday. And I actually have a transformation statue on order right here where you can actually check it out for a future review. So if you like stuff like this, please make sure you've not only liked this video, but you've subbed to the channel and hit the bell notification. So let's get started looking at both of these. And I'm actually going to get up from my current position for two reasons. One, that comic is getting way too far up my ass. And two, I want to be able to look at this and give you my thoughts. So I'm going to hold the camera on some of these and cut to some pictures. All right, so first topic I want to talk about is displayability. So displayability means if you're able to put this on display, how easy is it to see? Honestly, these are pretty close. While the Doomsday has a massively larger base, which we're going to look at in a second, compare the bases, they're both about equal size, taking up as much room. If you look from higher angles or lower angles, it's all pretty similar. They also do not have a huge number of switch outs, so display options. We're going to look at that in a little bit. But display ability is actually pretty equal with both of these, in my opinion. Let's take a look at the bases and see which one wins. So first of all, the base of the Doomsday is very boring. The only thing it really has going for it is the Superman cape in a flag in the back. That's kind of cool, kind of different. However, the Devastator is certainly a more elaborate base. Well, I don't know all the conceptual things going on with the bird and the spikes. Spikes are obviously indicative of Devastator himself. It is different, and it gives it a slightly bigger edge, especially knowing that it's not as wide, so it doesn't take up as much room. And while that's more of a display ability thing, I'm going to give the base to Devastator, which is kind of expected because it is a newer statue. Speaking of newer statue, really interesting here. If you look at both of these, especially some close-ups, the paint on the original Doomsday is, in my opinion, far superior than Devastator, especially knowing that it came out probably about 5 years earlier. So that was really shocking to me. However, sculpt I really like on both of them. Whether you're looking at the anatomy or the clothes or some of those sharp nails, I think they did an amazing job on the sculpt, including the portraits. So I think that is probably closer to a tie. Speaking of portraits, those are the only display options that they have. So if you remember correctly, the Devastator actually came with 3 portraits. You can actually check them out. They're all very similar. Doomsday had 2 display options, and they were completely different portraits. I did like that a lot. Almost gives it an edge. However, you have to display Superman's flag, otherwise it leaves a huge keyhole in the base down there. Where you can choose to display Superman's cape on Devastator or not. Same with the Batman cape on the back. So once again, I think it's kind of a tie when you talk about display options for both of these pieces. So another interesting topic for both of these is value. So first of all, with Doomsday, they made 1,600 of them. 800 are the exclusive that have that additional portrait I was talking about. They retailed for, I believe, $1,650. They made it 1,600 of them, and they retailed for $1,650. The Devastator, they made about 200, and they retailed for $1,950. So considering it's 5 years later and it's a 20% price increase, that's not incredibly difficult at all or bad, especially since looking at what you get for it. And they made an edition size way lower. However, the Devastator character is clearly not as popular as Doomsday. And as I said, I've been offered up to $3,000 for Doomsday, so I'm not sure why I haven't taken that, but it was kind of my vision to see these together. I think the Doomsday still holds a better value, not because it was cheaper and not because it has a higher edition size, that's kind of counterintuitive, but simply for the fact it's a more highly sought after character, and in my opinion, probably the best version of Doomsday we've ever seen, where this is really the only version of Devastator we've ever seen in the statue form, especially in this 1/3 scale arena. So which one do I like better? This is really hard.
That's what she said.
One of the reasons it's really difficult is simply for the fact that I'm a fan of it because it's newer and it's different and it's cool. I've been looking at the Doomsday for 5 years and the Devastator for 5 days. I do think the Doomsday is still a better statue, especially if you think about the characters it's around. By the way, there's the autographed poster I was telling you about. I kind of have the Batman vs. Superman comic setup with Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman right behind Doomsday here. So I do like that better overall. I think it's a better statue, but it's not a winner times 10. It's still a pretty close race. I think they're both fantastic statues. I know some people have had paint issues with the Devastator, and I do see those, but I don't think it makes it a bad statue by any means. So overall, Doomsday is the winner in this Xtrumble. What do you guys think? Again, this is just my opinion, but it's my channel, so I can make my own opinions. So what do you think? Was I right or wrong? Throw that down in the comments below if you haven't yet, because again, you could win a statue. But at the very least, especially for me sticking a comic up my ass, I would appreciate a like. So please make sure you do that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Again, if you like stuff like this, please hit the subscribe button. Lots of future awesome statue content, as well as other extreme videos you can check out and are coming in the future. I really appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you later. Take care.